3, 2, 1.
What is good, everyone? It is your boy Politic and Hot alongside my guys, Mr. Joey Woods, Mr. Moya Fit, Chris Wilson. We are Still Steps coming to you live on a beautiful Black Friday evening, courtesy of All Authentic Talk Sports Network. Gentlemen, how are we doing? How are y'all Thanksgiving?
Can't complain, can't complain. Got through another year, still here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Thanksgiving was good, man. Black Friday, man, ain't what it used to be. I'm saying that right now, but other than that, everything's all good.
No, I that's actually a valid point because remember the hype, like even on Thanksgiving, like where people were going to line up at the stores or waking up 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning to get the 6 a.m. door busters. Like we're like, we'll have none of that anymore. I honestly, I feel like once like department stores and the malls begin to collapse, that was like the downhill spiral of like the effects of Black Friday being impacted.
Bro, you're not kidding. I saw a TikTok today. It was a dude was live inside King of Prussia Mall, which that mall is always wild.
Right.
And it was 6 a.m. Some of the stores weren't even open. I'm like, that's unheard of. It's unheard of. I think it's the online shopping. It's killed everything. You know what I mean? Why go out at 6 a.m. and risk getting into a fight for something you can get on Cyber Monday for maybe even cheaper delivered to your front door?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because right now, you think department stores are open because people would be there. Like they'd be like, so many people shop online. The smarter people would be like, all right, I'm gonna go to the mall itself. Nobody gonna be there. Like,
yeah.
But nobody does it now, so they don't want to pay nobody to come in. So it's a weird time.
Right. Well, yeah, but to those who are, beginning their holiday shopping, please be safe. It ain't worth getting into a fight and at the store. Like just don't fall into
Billy don't need that Turbo Man that bad.
Exactly.
Make sure them doorbell cameras working because them porch pirates will.
Porch pirates. That's a first.
A porch pirate struck my house the other day. No. And the best part is they stole vitamins. So I'm like, all right, if you want to have a box of vitamins tailored exactly to my fat ass, all for it. You're all for it.
Yeah, it's happened to me before in life. It's funny, they stole that was my wife's makeup, and then like no lie, 5 minutes later they brought it back.
I was like, man, we don't want no damn makeup.
Yeah, I was like this. I was like, y'all idiots. But at the same time, thank you.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Makeup ain't cheap.
No, it's not.
Yeah, but again, appreciate everybody joining us here on the Still Steps this evening. As we all know, it is a Survivor Series War Games weekend going down tomorrow. Definitely had a lot of pro wrestling on this evening with TNA's Turning Point going down in North Carolina with the WrestleCade event going down this weekend. We also had GCW going on up in New York. And kind of speaking on GCW, we had a pretty interesting event happen last weekend that kind of like turned things upside down in pro wrestling, so to speak. And this gentleman, we haven't seen him in quite a long time until this past weekend, where he graced his appearance at the American Dream Mall for the GCW Dream On event. And that gentleman is one Mr. Ricky Starks, gracing his appearance at GCW. And it was originally booked that he was going to fight one Matt Cardona coming up at the December event in California for a GCW. However, we had the or one Tony Khan say, "Nope, we're pulling Ricky from all GCW bookings," and looks like it's because of some ongoing talk that had been taking place on a particular podcast, which one Effie had some comments regarding AEW and the timing of them booking the Hammerstein ballroom as GCW were preparing for their event in January. So due to the comments, it sounds like Tony Khan is now what I mean putting his stripes in place to say, you know what, we're pulling Ricky Starks off of any GCW book. It's wild. I just saw today that he does have a book in, I believe, January with House of Glory in Chicago. And I'm like, is Tony going to pull it from that too? But gentlemen, Ricky Starks, a hot day this past week. Joey, I'll start with you first. Your thoughts on this whole situation and what the impact it has and Ricky's career at, taking side bookings.
So there's a lot of things here that kind of don't make sense to me. So Effie made those comments, and Effie made the comments in front of the lines of, GCW can't afford to work at a $40 million deficit. GCW doesn't have a dad who pays you to stay away and run a wrestling company. And they were the comments that supposedly got Starks pulled from GCW. But those comments were made 2 weeks ago, I believe, or a week and a half ago, before the Dream On event even happened. Ricky Starks still showed up at Dream On Saturday. On Sunday, your world champion shows up at Bloodsport with Marina. They show up together. They're both there. Then somehow on Monday, Ricky Starks has that interview with Van Fleet. Ricky brings up his contract. Ricky brings up the whole Royal Rumble incident, and he was there, and guys telling him, it wasn't really smart that you were there, and yada, yada, yada. After that interview then hits, it comes out that they pulled him because of the Effie interview. It makes no sense to me, the timing of it.
Right.
It was 2 weeks ago that this interview came out. All this transpired, and now you're pulling him. The math just ain't mathing to me. And what pisses me off the most is Tony always pounds his chest about being different. He's not Vince. He doesn't control these guys' bookings. They're independent contractors. They can do what they want. But yet, because someone made a comment about you, you pulled his booking from a company that is going to use him. You've had this man sit in the back since March and haven't used him. He asked you when his contract was up last year, don't re-sign me. Or not re-sign me. Don't. It was an option. Right. Don't pick up my option. They picked it up anyway, even when he asked them not to. And he hasn't been used since. To me, it just seems very much politics being played with this whole situation here. I don't know if it's maybe Tony's a little butthurt that AEW is getting more involved. GCW is getting more involved with WWE or what it is. But to me, everything about the whole situation just seems weird. And Brett said it best on a podcast this week. Brett Lauderdale, the owner of GCW, he made a comment of, GCW is an independent company. What these guys say when they're not under the GCW banner has no reflection of GCW, the brand. So what Effie says on his personal podcast should not reflect on GCW as a whole. Effie is not speaking for GCW. Effie is speaking for himself because he is not contracted by GCW. Why should GCW be penalized for that now is what I'm not understanding.
Yeah. No, that's all valid points. Chris, your thoughts on the Ricky Starks situation that took place this past week?
This is freaking weird. So, like, from now on, podcasts like we do sometimes, most times we do it jokingly. Like, the thoughts and views are not are only my own and not have anything to do with GCW. He's gonna have to do that from now on because if he doesn't, people are gonna get butt hurt. Is you're not doing nothing with Ricky Starks, like absolutely nothing. He's somebody that the fans clearly are intrigued by, even if he's not their top star, because he wasn't. But he's somebody who people invested in every time he came out. They were watching. It was like this for some reason. They keep comparing this guy to The Rock, which I don't know why, but they do. So, but either way, it's big praise. Whether it is or not, it's a big praise. So it's something they see like, all right, this guy's a future star. So I feel like that when they say they compare him to The Rock, they say this is a future superstar.
Right.
So if you know all that, why are we not doing something with him? You put the tag team title, you put the FTW title on him, which is stupid. It's a shit title. Nobody cared about it. Then you put the tag team titles on them with like a random like this partner. It didn't make sense, but they had it. Lost the belts to Sting and all that stuff, which was cool. But it was just like after that, it was completely nothing. It's like, what is the deal? Is it because he's good friends with Cody? Is it because he went to a WWE event to just show Cody love? Like this, what is going on to where y'all just feel like we can do nothing with him? It's like he's on ice for whatever reason. I don't know why. Then he's voicing frustrations when you're mad about that. He should be. He knows he's a next top tier talent, and y'all not doing anything with him. And it's just like, but y'all don't want him to do anything outside that would big up his brand anymore. Y'all actually will want him to do this because he's not on your weekly TV shows every week, so he's going to be forgotten about. So if he goes to an independent company like GCW, all it does is put more eyes on him, which will put more eyes on your brand because he's an AEW wrestler. So you want him to do that. You want him to have these good viral matches that everybody talks about. So for the casuals like this, oh man, is he signed with GCW? No, he's actually with AEW. It's like, oh, okay, let me go check them out. So it's like, it's just a weird demographic of how they're going about this. Hopefully stuff pans out and you just understand he's really good. He could be a top tier talent and just start, putting him out there more. Because right now AEW needs something, something that gives them this fresh, jolt of energy to their brand. Because right now they're stagnant. And Ricky Starks could be the black sheep guy that brings it up to a different level.
But to be fair, what Effie said was correct. Like to be fair, Hammerstein hasn't been ran by a wrestling company since the last GCW show. GCW announces a show for January, and then miraculously AEW announces 3 shows back to back a month before the GCW show. The timing is a little peculiar here in terms of, oversaturating the market with this. NXT was turned away because it was built into the contract for AEW that NXT was going to be booked too close to them, and they felt it would hurt their ticket sales. But now it's okay for AEW to do it to GCW. So I don't think Effie was wrong or off base of what he said.
No, I got nothing to do with that. Like I said, I'm not disagreeing with anything Effie said. I'm just saying that people know, and this when there's the bigger, I guess, dog in the yard, I can put that way in AEW. If you say certain things, somebody somewhere is going to feel some type of way. And no matter what Tony Khan says to us out loud as he's nothing like Vince and my guys are independent con, he's supposed to say that. He wants to be in this demographic, the baby face of between the two companies. And it's like, so, but in reality, if you're the top guy in any business, like part of you have to be a little ruthless. Like that. So it's like you're going to do stuff that benefits you, and you're going to care less what anybody feels about it. So Tony Khan, was he wrong to do this? Absolutely. Was he?
He's finally being a boss.
Yeah, but I say, but is he in his right to do so? Absolutely.
Oh, I don't think he's not in his right, Chris, at all. What I think though is it's like contradicting himself because he built himself so much up on, you know, I'm different. I'm the alternative to WWE. I'm not Vince McMahon. I'm not Triple H. I'm different. And then you're pulling the same shit that we see them doing, which is to me is what's confusing.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Real quick, I'll
Check it out.
checking in. Happy Thanksgiving, brother. Hope all is well on your end too, man.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so
Yeah.
newsflash to people out there who don't know this about promoters. They're all full of shit.
Oh yeah.
All of
The more
all
you know.
but you have to be a successful promoter. So that's
Yeah.
part of the game too.
I got a couple of takeaways from this. On the stance of Tony Khan, I think this was an impulse and a slight margin of a panic move to do just to see if this might be something that I may need to do in the near future. Meaning, you know what I mean? Like there's been a lot of reports that AEW is considering moving to smaller venues. So I think, and we know he saw what the success was with NXT at the 2300 arena and how much, you know, praise that like that particular event had gotten. And I think Tony is he's keeping an eye on that. And it's like, you know what? I can't be spending up all my money in these larger venues and not you know what I mean recouping, you know, getting the return on investment for what, you know what I mean, what I'm putting out. So I think he really took a quick panic move as far as like booking that Hammerstein ballroom. Now it probably made much sense to do it, especially like, you know what I mean, with the Ring of Honor you know what I mean, promotion being under, you know what I mean, his ownership at the moment. But I thought it was a little overkill that now you want to do Collision and Dynamite there all at the same time. Like, really, dude? Like, come on, man. Like, respectfully, you probably could have chilled on that and just, you know, elected to take a smaller venue within that market at a later time.
Because you know the weekends to run Hammerstein are expensive. So the tickets have to be a little priced higher than a typical GCW show. So, you know, like if fans are having to decide between going to one GCW show or buying a 3-pack for AEW, like, you know what I mean? Like it's going, like people are, I see that people are like, well, how's it going to hurt GCW? Well, what do you mean? Like we seen it 2 weeks ago or a month ago in the election. People adamantly showing us that the economy is the biggest factor for them. So, you know, in the middle of Christmas season, they're going to be able to go to AEW and GCW. It doesn't happen. It's not possible. And the margin in wrestling and fans and the overlap is huge. And if you don't think that AEW is pulling some GCW fans away to come to their 3 shows because their price points are a little bit cheaper, you're crazy. It's definitely affecting them.
Right. Hence their Australia show next year is now moved into a smaller venue because nobody is paying for the product. Like there's fans that are paying, but again the return on investment that Tony is technically seeking, he's not seeing right now. And it doesn't help with the ratings, even though, you know, like as fans, I don't think we should really care about the ratings, but it's blatant that it's getting under his skin at this point.
Yeah.
And now it's like impulse as far as like, you know what, if this person's saying this, and like I forget who mentioned as far as like him being like the black sheep. I think there is truth to that because, you know, aside from, you know, everyone who are pro Ricky Starks, there is a section of, you know, non-pro Ricky Starks people out there who said that, you know, he's not good to work with behind the scenes allegedly, or, you know, like just not good, which I thought was pretty odd to, you know, for someone to say.
Yeah,
And,
it's so strange.
How do they even know?
Because he had a problem with the Big Bill storyline. But do you blame him? The man won the man won the tournament, right, and beat CM Punk.
Right.
You had a 5-minute fireworks show for him in Newark, and you pair him with Big Bill. What did you expect his reaction to be? Do you think he was
Right.
going to be gung ho?
Right. Like no, like that's not gonna happen. Now somebody did try to show an example with Ricky Starks and the promo with Adam Copeland, where apparently like he overtalked him or something. Like I was like,
Yeah,
man, I was like,
yeah,
this is just way too much fishing.
The one
You
where
know?
Adam Copeland absolutely buried him and told him that he was a wannabe Rock.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
one, like,
yeah,
yeah. Which name? Yeah, which honestly too. That shoot promo, as we call them, that one was weird to me. I was like, what the hell was Adam Copeland's issue? That he felt like he wanted to, like he was like, I need to really come at this kid. Like I don't like that was weird to me
yeah.
because I know Ricky said something about and used the word edge, but it was like, did that call for all that hostility? Like we all know your edge, bro. Like,
Right, right. And I'll be honest, when that segment happened, I don't recall there being much of an uproar. Maybe I must have overlooked it. Maybe I just might not have been on Twitter or X at the time when it happened, but I didn't remember seeing it being a big deal. But I could
Yeah,
be wrong.
I didn't see like there was a heated moment backstage after the promo and blah blah blah. I ain't, like I thought it was just two guys shooting at each other, make their story entertaining. I
Yeah,
thought when that was all going on with Ricky Starks and CM Punk and all this stuff, I thought that was the thing that we're going to do with Ricky Starks. I thought he was going to go into like a Randy Orton legend killer type thing, and he was going to be all these older legend guys. Remember, he's doing some. I think was it Ricky Steamboat or something or not or somebody. I forget who was the other guy he's working with. It was an older wrestler. And I was like, good. They should do this. Have him beat all these older wrestlers,
oh yeah,
legends. You know what I mean? Like let him do that. That way it will get him over as far as heat. He can be a
right.
heat magnet because he does have this thing about him, and I say this respectfully. He has this look about him where you want to punch him in the face, like this, and it's like, but that's great in wrestling, especially for a heel, because he got the thing where he comes out with he wears the fancy fly suits and clothes and very charismatic and flamboyant. And he told you he has this face. He's just like Ludwig Kaiser. I was like, man, you want to punch that guy in the face. And it's like, but that's not a bad thing. So I'm like, he should use all of that and make him this super like cool, but snarky heel. But they never put a trigger on it, and they just went a completely different route. Like I say, he wins this tournament, and they did absolutely nothing with it. It was weird. Like I said, I call him the black sheep because it's weird how they're booking him. I don't know what it's like. They legit they have no idea what to do with him, which is like I don't get it.
Let me
yeah,
ask,
I said Continental, but it was Owen Hart.
Owen Hart, yeah.
Yeah.
let me ask you if you're Brett Lauderdale now, would you purposely try to like extend an invite to AEW stars to come to a GCW show just to see if that pushback of Tony Khan is going to just like constantly try to pull them off of future dates. Like would you try just to see like are you or is he like just to see if he's trying to like use Starks as an example, like
Well, I wouldn't try that. What I would try is, we see Bloodsport kind of has that in with WWE and Josh Barnett. I would kind of say, hey, like, lend a ear, you know what I mean? Like, we got this Hammerstein show. Like, why not give us a couple medium-sized names, maybe, to fill that Ricky Stark spot? You know what I mean? Like, send a big FU to Tony across the board from WWE and GCW that, okay, you want to take your ball and go home, we'll show that we do want to play with everyone. You know what I mean?
right,
The TNA partnership played out better for TNA with WWE than it did with AEW, which is shocking to say. But
yeah,
show that you're willing to play with everybody. It makes Tony see like, oh crap, like right now the corners are kind of closing in on me, and I got to make some changes, or I'm gonna be cut off to the whole world. Because even New Japan hasn't been a good partnership. Like, look what
no,
they did with New Japan. They gutted them of all their biggest international superstars. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
to me, it's just like I would be calling WWE and kind of being like, couple shows, just a couple shows, just to show everyone like we'll be all right without Tony.
And you know what's wild? Like with the WWE ID situation, like it's like they're poaching, but not necessarily poaching. But they get that first dib as far as if anybody wants to extend a contract. To this talent. So like they're
I'm
really
interested. Do you know
they're
about that yet? Like, has ever anything come out about that? Like, what is it? Or
no, I
I
haven't
don't know.
heard. Even more from it. Like yeah, it's like that.
like, I wonder, like, for example, Marcus. We've seen him here and there do some extra work for AEW and show up here and there for AEW. Like, is he gonna be allowed to keep doing that kind of work? Are these guys who are getting ID'd? Will they be allowed to show up in an AEW or a TNA, or are they strictly you got to do indie, you can't show up on national television type of thing? That's what I'm interested to see.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you're under the WWE banner, I highly doubt we'll see him do AEW anything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I wonder is the WWE ID almost like how like in college they got the NIL deals. And remember how like WWE was like providing like certain, like college athletes, like certain NIL type of deals. Like, is the WWE ID like the NIL of professional wrestling?
well, I think with that they kind of realized, like, this shit might take longer than we thought.
Right,
Like, initially it was like, okay, we got these great athletes. They figured, oh, it's just as simple as bringing them in, train them up, and putting them out there. And I mean, outside of, like, you got Braun, but he has that background in the family pedigree.
right,
You got I believe Bianca was one of those NIL, if I'm not mistaken, and I know Tiffy was one of those, but it hasn't been an overwhelming success, I would say, in terms of when they would just pluck big indie guys
right.
and plug and play type thing. So I think we're seeing that kind of transition back, because it's like, shit, this isn't as easy as we thought it was. But
Yeah,
I wonder what happens to the performance center now. You know what I mean? Like, if we're letting these guys, if we're saying, okay, this school, and this school is going to be an official ID school, are they going to still go to the performance center? Are they going to stay at that school? Like, to me, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the performance center going forward.
yeah. Some of those schools are almost like legit indie promotions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Booker T, I know his
Right.
school, they do shows and stuff. I was a little shocked that Monster Factory wasn't selected. I mean, they've had a lot of WWE talent come through there over the years.
Yeah.
They
Me
might do,
me
they might do
personally,
certain stuff.
I
Like,
think the equity and Monster Factory maybe overshines the current deal that the WWE may want to offer at the moment.
Yeah,
Like they
because they
can
probably
do
not
it on
knowing
their own.
they can probably know when they can control too. With
Exactly.
Booker's school, Booker's is an employee. Cody's school, obviously, Cody's an employee. Like, a lot of these schools, they have ties into the current WWE and Monster Factory. Danny Cage isn't a WWE employee, so they can't really put their finger on it and kind of say, "This
Right.
is what you got to do."
Right. Yeah. No, I agree. I saw Jeff check in tonight. He was talking about what you guys think about Matt Riddle joining TNA. For those who didn't know, Riddle was on tonight replacing Trey Miguel in a 6-man tag match. So it's cool. Like, look, get your bag because it ain't coming from the WWE at the moment. So but
yeah, what's his name?
I'm surprised it took this long.
yeah,
But to
true.
say, I think honestly, yeah, I would have thought he would have been signed with him. To be honest, like, he's not going to be with either one of the bigger promotions right now because of his checkered past. So neither one of them are gonna. He's not going to be re-signed with WWE anytime soon. AEW is going to stay away from for at least for a time being also. So TNA is cool, like, it is what it is.
All right, before we jump off Ricky Starks, again mentioned not long ago, he do got a booking for House of Glory. Will he make that show?
But
Maybe.
isn't it? Yeah, but it's against. I don't know. We'll see.
I said
It's
maybe. I don't know. This is a
it's
maybe.
it's against Santana, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so we'll see.
And say
I don't
maybe.
know.
Santana's TNA, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so, like, we'll see. That's
There
it.
was a report that came out yesterday, though, I think, that said 2025 Triple H is open for business in terms of working with a lot of different independent companies,
Mm,
which I thought was kind of interesting to come out like right after all this rookie stuff.
right.
which is what I love to see. As long as
Uh,
he doesn't, as long as he doesn't poach talent, like that's why Triple H usually does that stuff.
at this
But
point, what's the need to poach the talent when you're pretty much trying to capitalize on the territories? Like,
but yeah, that does look like it's coming back a little bit. But even
yeah,
so, like GCW for example, that's a company where I don't think you have to worry about poaching talent. You know,
right.
if look at the guys at the top, Effie. You know, he's a guy. I think if he wanted to go to a major company, he'd have been there already. You know, he's done it all on the indies. If he wanted to be there, he'd be there. Cardona, I'm sure companies have called him multiple times,
Oh
but
yeah.
he's making so much money on the indies. Why go back?
Yeah,
Manser, I think he's able to do this full time too. He makes enough money. You know, look at the guys at the top. I don't think WWE would poach the GCW guys. I think it would be beneficial to them.
you'll be surprised. I ain't saying they can or won't, but you'll be surprised. This is like,
I'll be honest. I would love for WWE to poach Mance Warner. Like I think he's one of those like personalities that would fit right in the WWE, and then he
Good
could
brother.
right, and then he could come back as like a even more stone cold asshole to GCW. Like I'm making big money now, so like y'all can get like yo.
He comes back to GCW in a mask and he's good brother number two.
Like man, is that you?
Bro, we were dying at that show. We were sitting there
Right.
together watching that. Were you there, Chris? I think you were there, right?
He was there.
yeah, I was
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were like, is that Mance? And then we were like,
Yeah,
that's
hold up.
that's Mance.
Because they had that battle royal,
Yeah.
the talent coming
Yeah.
out. He gonna walk by like he ain't there. Like come on, man. Like the same get up and all, just the mask on. like
like Terry Funk, Shady Soul Charlie. This is like, he's
right.
like, dude, that's Terry Funk. He has a stocking
Terry
cap.
Funk.
This is his stocking
Right.
on his face. It's like,
Hey, but it worked, right? Because we're still talking about it almost
yeah,
a full year later.
yeah,
True. Meanwhile, there's probably like 10 people watching this and are like, who the hell is good brother number 2?
yeah.
So let's jump into Survivor Series War Games going on Saturday. Oh wait, before we go there, still to come, we do have our Build Your Own War Games team. So we talked about this earlier in the week to come up with five participants that you would hire as if you were Paul Heyman or a manager to go inside the War Games cage. So we're going to do that after we discuss the Survivor Series event going on this Saturday. So, gentlemen, tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern time, 3 p.m. Pacific, Survivor Series War Games going down in Vancouver. Pretty interesting time, for the start of the show at 6. I mean, hey, I'll take it though. Like at least it ain't 8, going into like 12 or anything like that. But it's a pretty
What's on tomorrow night? Anything?
Probably the
yes.
college football stuff.
Like tomorrow, like 9 o'clock ish.
I mean, like maybe like a UFC event or anything.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
I
No,
don't think there is.
no, there's no UFC event this week.
yeah, I thought it was kind of a little odd that that the start time was at 6, but I don't know. I guess maybe considering that there are two cage matches, and it's probably significant amount of time for the cages to to be lowered and then raised. So that's probably going to take a little bit of time, but yeah, but interesting time time slot. But anyway, pretty good card. And it ain't the worst of of the year. Pretty solid. And let's jump right into it. So leading off, we have the Intercontinental Championship match with Braun Breaker will be defending the Intercontinental Championship against Sheamus and Ludwig Kaiser in a triple threat match. I mean, I don't know about y'all. I got Braun. I think he retains. I think it might be too soon for him to lose the title again. Like he literally just got it back.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like it was too soon the first time, so it was
Right.
like I know they wanted to get Jay's moment, which was cool, wasn't it? But it was too soon the first time. It would definitely be too soon now. Like you're building him as this monster, like he's doing well at it. Like Ludwig, not yet, and Sheamus. I know they're going to give him the Intercontinental Championship eventually. That's the whole thing. He's never held the title. That's probably going to be a swan song to when he calls it a career. But like right now, nah, Braun retains.
Yeah, I definitely think Braun retains, but I don't love this match, and the reason being is it felt like this has been a Sheamus and Ludwig feud that's happened during Braun's matches. It hasn't really felt like Braun's truly been involved in the feud until like the past like couple of weeks
Right.
when Braun's kind of involved himself. But overall, it's felt like Sheamus and Ludwig have been battling, and Braun's kind of just been there. To me, I think they should have just did them two, maybe, and then like the number one contender for the title. But just yeah, to me, Braun's winning. But this match, I could have done without Braun, honestly.
Yeah, even though Ludwig has a legit gripe against him because he legit broke his ribs with a spear, so it's like
Yeah,
you'd think they would build on that more, but guess not.
Right. Yeah. So yeah. So all three.
LA Knight versus the Crow.
Yeah. Right. Hey, we got the United States champion LA Knight, who will be facing the new Shinsuke Nakamura for the
Nakamura.
my fault, Nakamura for the United States championship.
bro,
Nakamura.
Yeah, my
you
fault.
trying to correct yourself as still sitting.
Nakamura, my bad. For the United States Championship. I'm gonna go with LA Knight with this one.
This is the weirdest match. It
I
was
don't
like
like it, to be
this is
honest.
no build besides Shinsuke attacking him a couple times, and that was it. That was the whole build.
Wait,
It's like,
they pissed me off tonight because on SmackDown, like LA Knight came down to the ring as if like he was going to attack Shinsuke, and then Shinsuke, sprayed him in the face like with the black mist. Then he was
yeah,
done. Like
that was it.
like I'm out. like
Yeah. That
like
was,
I'm good.
I don't know what the Shinsuke WWE's lucky Shinsuke is just so comfortable.
He just loves to surf.
Yeah, he's just like, listen, they pay me a nice bit of money. I'm sure they pay him well because he was a big deal coming from Japan. So I'm sure he get paid very, very well. He gets to live in Florida, surfs all the time. He's living his best life. To him, he's like, I'm good. Like he can care less about being the guy. He'll do his feuds, does his but like I don't like this Shinsuke. I don't, but like whatever. This is a weird feud if you want to call it that. But I got LA Knight retaining. They something needs to happen with LA Knight. That's all I'm gonna say because this is not a great championship run. It's really not. So they after this, whatever this is, they better figure out something out with him quick.
Yeah, I just feel like they kind of airmailed this one in terms of the results because typically when you see a heel get the best of the face, the entire build, the face always wins.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, so to me they kind of just airmailed this in like, okay, LA Knight's winning. LA Knight has not gotten the upper hand at all, even on the go home show. So to me it just screams LA Knight, LA Knight, LA Knight. But yeah, this get up to me is weird. I don't know. Like, maybe I missed it or not, but like the marks and stuff like that. Like, have they ever explained where it came from or anything, or they kind of just
No,
appeared?
no, this is just look, Shinsuke's different. He's more no. It's just like he's more darker.
I just thought maybe I missed it. Like 1 week I missed why
Yeah,
he did his face like this and stuff. I remember them telling us this.
he just showed up.
I'm pretty sure it's on a vignette
Yeah,
somewhere.
just showed up. It's all in all black, and now he's more awkward than he ever did. It is weird. It's weird. I don't get it. That's why I said I don't like this Shinsuke at all. I like that elaborate, flamboyant. Like I love that Shinsuke. Bring back that Shinsuke, man. Like that one just works. Like, but WWE wants him to be a heel so bad. It's like they try to push him, but Oh, it's always a stop start push with Shinsuke. Like every time, the last 3-4 years, his pushes have been stop start. Even if they put a title on him, still like we'll make you intercontinental championship, but inter champion, but we're not going to really do nothing with you. We'll make you a tag team champion, but we don't care about tag team wrestling. So it's weird.
Yeah, I think a lot has to do with WWE kind of like really sticking to their guns in terms of they want their champion to be able to like really cut promos in English.
Yeah,
I think that's kind of what's held him back the most is his English has gotten better to say phrases and words here and there, but to cut a 3-minute promo in all English is still tough for him. And I think unfortunately that still is what holds him back. Unfortunately, WWE hasn't come to the times yet with that where in 2024 we don't care if this man can cut a 5-minute promo in the middle of the ring. If
exactly.
he can do his work in the ring and let his moves do the talking, that's enough for fans in wrestling now. And WWE is still lacking in that
And we're
aspect.
so fickle because some of the things that got him over the most, as far as promos, when they was interviewing in the back, he would look at the microphone to say no
No
English.
English.
Yeah,
And it would get a huge pop because for some reason, we just find that so funny. Somebody, I don't know what it is. I'm laughing now because it's like it's so.
but they had a golden opportunity. Like for example, when he was still a face, they could have had SmackDown's #1 announcer be his manager,
Mm-hmm.
Funaki.
Mm-hmm.
It actually just
Yo,
crossed my mind
that,
too. I was gonna mention him.
Like that would have been perfect. Like when he was still like, you know what I mean, like the happy-go-lucky guy coming out. You know what I mean? Like that would have they would have been a perfect pairing to me. But I just it just blows my mind that in 2024, if you can't really speak English too well, it still holds you back.
yeah. And
So
that
let
could
me.
be, and they could turn that around to spin it to be something good. To be honest, like we could say these little 1-2 liners that make the crowd go crazy. As long as it's something, you ain't gotta have a great promo. They're in the ring, so it's like it will work. You be like, I'm Warrior. It's like people would lose their minds. This is like I would. Like, yes, that's right, Shinsuke. This is like let's go. And then he just go out there, has a really good match because he does really good matches when he cares. And then it's just like, all right, on to the next one. Now we got this. Then we got this match.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm over LA Knight as a U.S. champ.
I'm been over it. I'm saying this has not been a good run.
Yeah, it would be nice if he were to lose, but I don't. He's not losing.
He needs to become a heel. WWE, listen,
Right,
he
right.
needs to become a heel.
Yeah, no, seriously, because I don't know this babyface run. It's just not doing it for me
It was good
at
a year.
all.
It was good a year ago, but once they put that money in the bank on Priest, that was a wrap.
It's
Yeah,
what
I think he took too many losses. And when he was at his highest peak, every major feud he was in, he was losing, and I think that hurt him.
Yeah,
we
no,
just
it definitely did.
we just
So
had one of the most random Facebook comments ever.
we got a Facebook comment.
Yeah, it's very random.
I thought I was saying something wrong because you had that look when I was speaking. Then I seen the comment. I was like,
No,
I want girls.
I
I'm guessing
wonder.
you're talking about, I guess you're talking about this match.
Yeah, I guess so.
I
It's
guess
gonna be
so.
literally, right, segue.
Yeah.
We got the first of the two War Games match going down with Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Bailey, Naomi, and Io Sky going up against Liv Morgan, Nia Jax, Raquel Rodriguez, Tiffany Stratton, and Candice LeRae. I don't know if any of us saw SmackDown this evening, but pretty much this segment was just a whole situation where they pretty much were going back and forth talking about how, you know, everybody on their respective teams backstabbed them at some point in time, and like you just don't know what's going to happen at War Games. So I don't know. Do you think with the recent Jade incident, we'll probably get a little bit more information based on this particular War Games match?
I think there's two options here for that because as soon as the Jade incident happened, they were quick to pull her from the tournament. Also,
Hmm.
if you look at that tournament, I really could see Bailey being the culprit here, for the simple fact that Bailey's looking at the bracket and saying, if I make it to the finals, Jay might be my biggest, like, toughest test.
Yeah.
And that's why she took her out. And then she was real fast to swoop in there and, get on this team and stuff. Or it could be the return of Charlotte. But the Jade situation is so strange to me because there was like 3 different reports that came out in terms of what's going on with her. The first was it was strictly storyline. Second was she's legitimately hurt and this is the way to write her off TV. And then today it came out by Meltzer, I think, said that it's backstage politics, that she kind of didn't follow some kind of etiquette or something and caused herself to lose that spot. So I'd be interested to see how soon we see Jade come back. That'll probably kind of signal to us what exactly it was.
Interesting. That's interesting. I gotta look into that a little bit more. Why you at it? Who you got winning this War Games match? You're on mute.
What did you say?
I said, who do you got winning this War Games match?
I'm gonna go with the heels because you know what? I'm gonna say 2 things because there's so many different options that could play out here. I'm gonna say the heels if like we get a Charlotte return because I think Charlotte could cost the faces in some way, or I could see the faces winning, and then them kind of leave the ring. The heels all are bickering and Tiffy cashes in and wins the belt. I can see either of the two.
But I say Tiffy still got to hold out the Christmas. Sell those money in the bank briefcase.
Are we not?
I'm about to say the briefcase alert. we forgot to mention it. The one show we brought it up. We brought it up and never mentioned if they were still available. But Chris, who you got winning this War Games match?
I got Charlotte Flair winning the World Heavyweight Championship somehow. I don't know how, but somehow she
Breaking news!
What's that?
The Tiffy Money in the Bank briefcases are no longer on back order, but now they are out of stock and you cannot buy them.
Oh wow!
Okay.
So
the cash
I think that briefcase is disappearing soon.
The cash in will be coming in shortly, folks.
Yeah.
Maybe not tomorrow, but shortly. All right. I actually got the team of Bianca, Rhea, Bayley, blah 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 blah. This match has been thrown together. It's disgusting. Honestly, it's just like I think somebody was like, "All right, War Games." Oh wait a minute, we don't got a female one. Shit. Okay. Let's put these girls together. They all make sense, I guess. And it's like this is happening. Like I don't know. So like Joey said, the Jade stuff. Like I heard she was out for going to be 3+ months. And I understand it was all the work, and now she's actually going to return. But somehow, within that, they're going to have to still vacate the tag team championships because she's going to be written off TV for a little bit. Who done it? Who knows? Could have been Naomi. Could have been Bayley. I don't know about Bayley because do we want to make her a heel again? Like this, like it was just a year ago. She was like a face, but this face run hasn't been entertaining, to be honest. Sorry, I really want Bayley to go away for a little bit. Just for a little bit. Just like chill out. Let us miss you for a little bit. Come on back. That's fine. Like you had that run last year that led you to WrestleMania. Won the match, had your run for a little bit, but wasn't a very good run as a champion. Like you still put on good matches. You're freaking Bayley, but I actually would like Bayley to just kind of chill out, go away for like not long, maybe 3 months, like not long. Like come on back, or at least just come on back by the time Royal Rumble or just after Royal Rumble, around that time. But they just throw Io Sky in this. Like Io Sky's one of my favorite women's wrestlers in the world right now. She's amazing. Like we all know they put her in this match because she's going to do some type of spot. It's like they know she's going to like.
Io's in this match.
Yeah.
You'll see her
in front of Naomi.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so Io's they're gonna give Io a spot. That's why they put her in this match. She has no reason to be in this match at all. It was like, but it's like, and plus, like I said, she was the stuff she was going through with Bianca and all that. But it was like, you know what? We're gonna have a women's match. We got to put Io in it. It's like we got to have her jump off the cage. Like put her in the match. It's like, so this is weird. You got Liv and Nia. They was just beefing with each other and battling each other to see who the best women's champion is. Now they're over that just that quick, seemingly. Is like is like Candice LeRae is in there. Like why is she in there? Like it's weird. Like so. I know you need your utility players, your stars, your dominant people, your high flyers. So it all that is in this match, but it's just like so randomly put together. But I'll take, I know they're calling the team Rhea. I'm calling the team Bianca because I'm biased. So what's the name? So Team Bianca is gonna win. And what comes out of this? Who flipping knows? This is like weird. This is a weird put together match.
Yeah. You almost swayed me to changing my pick. And based on like again like with the conversations today with what the whole backstab and like Bianca was just recently battling Damage Control and Bailey, like I feel like there's going to be some level of betrayal to happen in this particular match. So in that case, I'm actually leaning with Team Liv. Although I think they're all going to have like their respective moments where like one is going to battle the other person. Like we'll probably see Nia shove Liv, what I mean, at some point, what I mean, for doing something wrong. But also I think we'll probably see something that possibly Bailey or Naomi may do to cause Team Bianca to lose the match. I don't know if anybody been paying attention to Twitter over the last week or so when the whole Jade incident happened and people were like really single-handedly pointing out Naomi to be the person that caused the incident to happen. And she was like very vocal about not being the person, to have did whatever happened, to Jade, which I thought was, a little odd, but the kayfabe was going on, pretty hard. Pause. And I don't know, for some reason, I got to keep my eye on Naomi right now. Like for her to do, if it does come out of of her, causing the damage to Jade, like her shift, her character shift is going to go up to the moon. like
I was saying about time to make it about time. Just
yeah.
make her a heel. Come on now. I want to see some real attitude from her. Let's go. See a mean streak. Let's get it.
Right. Like, what I mean? She could be fed up, not getting that spot every time she get the opportunity to get a title shot. She always getting screwed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something's always going on. Like,
I'm a 2-time world champion. I left WWE believing in myself. I went to another organization and I became their world champion. I came back here because WWE begged me to come back. It's like they begged me.
Yeah.
I come back.
I would love for them to work all of that in.
That's what I'm saying. Work all that in, man.
Because one, it'll bring the legit emotion for all, but also the WWE universe can feel it too.
Yeah, come on, Naomi, get your own pipe bomb going on. Let's go.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm rolling with Team Liv and them, because then also I think with this victory, this would also still continue with Rhea and Liv storyline to keep going. Shout out, men.
Yo, Vince, what up? I like how the way you say. For some reason, when you said "live in them," I think it's a great name for a tag.
Yeah, live in them.
That's a great name for a group. Like Team Live in them. Like we in here.
Yeah, that's they're gonna be their names during War Games. Team Live in them. So
they will live in them.
Next up, we have the World Heavyweight Championship match with Gunther defending his title against former champion Damian Priest. I'm not even gonna waste any time on this. I got Gunther retaining his title on Saturday after the nonsense he's been going through all week.
Yeah,
Being embarrassed, as if he's scared of Damian Priest. Man, Gunther ain't scared of Damian Priest. He gonna whip his ass on Saturday.
yeah. Gunther not scared of no man.
Go ahead, Joey. Your thoughts.
I wouldn't be shocked if it went back to Priest here.
I knew you
Seems
were
like they've
going to
been,
that.
seems like they've been working hard to kind of build him back up. They got him away from Rhea fast after that whole feud kind of ended, and they finally put him on his own. And it seems like they're working on building him back up. So I wouldn't be shocked if it went back to Priest here. I really wouldn't.
So are you? So you say you wouldn't be shocked? But
I think Priest wins.
Yeah, really? Okay. I knew
Right.
I knew you was leaning Priest. I felt the vibration that you going with Priest.
Shout out to our boy Joey. Whenever that good shit he's smoking right now, like
We'll see.
so roll it up, vape it up, however y'all do it. You know what I mean?
So wait, so is this the first match that I think we're all gonna be me and Chris got Gunther, you got Priest. I think this might be the first match of the card that we
Probably.
might have a
Yeah,
disagreement on.
Yeah. Nah, it's just weird. Like I said, they've been doing their best to try to make people into that match, so I give them that. But I'll put it this way: I think Gunther is going to win, but for some reason, I think Finn Balor again is going to put his nose in this for some. They're running this obsession with him and Priest for some reason.
I can see that.
I think it's going to happen again tomorrow.
No, it's actually a good call. I could definitely see that happening.
Take those damn titles off him and JD McDonough. Then, like, come on, y'all are tag team champions. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. That's bad.
Well, I think they were the ones that it was a post about them. Remember I was talking earlier about WWE allowing talent to be working indie shows because it was about when they showed up on the indies a couple months ago for the anniversary show. They were saying that they were going to allow them to do it again in the future and allow even more talent to do it. So maybe that's why they're keeping the titles on them, to let them guys kind of go out and, be on the indies with the titles and get it everywhere.
I guess. Like, if it works, it works. But I was like, geez, this is not good. I really like those titles. Those are the best. Those titles are really beautiful, and they just not putting them out there. Like I've been forgetting the champions. It's like as times they'll come out, they don't even have the belts. I'm like, oh yeah, they don't have the champions.
Same day they take the titles off of them, they need to take it off of LA Knight too.
Real talk.
all on the same day. I'll be a happy fan. Like thank you.
Come on, Women's Intercontinental Championship.
Right. We got the main event. Second of the two War Games matches. We have the original bloodline of Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, and CM Punk.
And CM Punk.
And CM Punk.
The original bloodline.
and CM Punk joining forces against the new bloodline of Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, and Tongaloa, and Big Bronson Reed.
AKA New Blood 2000.
Yeah, right. 2K25.
Right.
They had a pretty interesting vignette tonight with both Roman and CM Punk. And long story short, Punk said he's doing this for Paul. And despite Roman telling CM Punk like he don't care for him, he don't like him, he actually don't want him on the team. But Punk said, "Listen, I'm doing this for Paul, and we can revisit this conversation at a later time. But also just know, you know what I mean, when this is done, you're owed me a favor." So Roman, said to Paul Heyman was like, what is this favor? And Heyman said, let's revisit this conversation after War Games is over. So we got a little bit of a cliffhanger to be continued situation going on now with CM Punk after the War Games match concludes. So gentlemen, Chris, I'm gonna start with you first on this one. Who you got winning this War Games match?
It better be the new blood. Just saying, like this better be the new blood. If this is the all right, but if this is the way they end the feud, okay, yeah, the original bloodline's going to win. But like I said, I still think they're going to somehow do Roman versus Solo 1-on-1. Like you kind of have to. Like it just for the storyline purpose, it makes sense. It isn't the storyline isn't. It is OT the original bloodline versus the new blood, but it generates because Solo wanted to take over as head of the table. So you
Right.
got to do the one-on-one match, and they can do that at Saturday Night Main Event. I mean, that could be the blow off right there. That could be the
Pause.
match for the blow off. All right, he
Pause.
finally wins. It's gonna be a big deal, like this. So they can do it then. Uh, this CM Punk thing is actually pretty interesting. To be honest, like I like this. So like we're gonna talk about this more. I'm not going to go off track with this, but I'm gonna go with the new blood. I feel like something's going to happen. I don't know if there's going to be a turn. I don't
Right.
know if there's going to be interference. Something is going to happen to where the new blood wins this match, and they look upon them and like like aha, I got you. I told you your time is over. I'm the tribal chief now. Blah blah blah, and it'll translate to the final blow off match between Roman and Solo. Probably won't be on the PLE, but like I said, I see a Saturday Night Main Event. They have the match. He gets his tribal chief status back fully. Gets the I forget what they call the thing he puts around him, and then they finally let go of this. That's it of the new blood, original bloodline thing, and then he goes on to his next feud, whatever that may be. So new blood wins this one. Roman and Solo finally have their one-on-one match, and then we'll go on from there.
Got you. Joey, who you got?
Um, something I got new blood also. So I misspoke last week because I said that there was no way Rock was appearing because he's in Hawaii filming. As of November 22nd, filming has wrapped up. So
Mm,
he's now free. So he could possibly show up this weekend.
That's
And
because his movie tanked.
well, no, he
Sorry.
finished filming the live action Moana.
Yeah, I was about the red one that
Oh
movie came
yeah.
out last
Well,
week.
I mean, what did you expect when you released the movie this week before Wicked and Gladiator 2? Like, what did you expect?
Yeah, that movie tanked. Shout out to Rock, love you, but that movie tanked.
But
Shout
the
out
premise
to Paramana. It's like, sorry.
the premise of that movie actually was pretty cool though. That was the wild thing. It was like it was an interesting concept. I think it was just a bad timing in terms of
Yeah.
when you put it out. But I think The Rock, we finally see him explain that 1, 2, 3 type thing and go from there. So I think The Rock can help. The new bloodline. I also wouldn't be shocked if Punk and they kind of went full blown Roman face turn here, and Punk and Heyman turned on Roman. And again, I'm gonna throw out like 6 options here, but I also wouldn't be shocked if Sammy cost the bloodline, because again, we never got a storyline in terms of why was Sammy talking to Solo. So any of those things could play a factor, but I think they all equal out the same thing. It's the new bloodline wins the match.
Yeah,
Mm,
that's why I say I want to deteriorate from the match itself because we always go left and it's hard not to when there's so many different scenarios that could come out of a match. Like I said, it's 5 or 6 different scenarios that could come out of this match, and that goes on to other storylines. But like I said, I like with CM Punk. I think his next storyline after this is going to be him and Seth. What's his name? But like I don't know if it's going to be one-on-one matches or somehow a world title match isn't involved in this because that's what they wanted to do last year at last year's Mania before Punk got hurt. So it's going to be interesting. Seth is definitely going to play a part in this after this match is over. So we'll see. So like I said, that's what like Joey was saying. There's so many different scenarios that plays into this match, which is great. I'm glad is this intriguing.
Yeah, I like the one scenario you said about like with Rock getting involved. I can actually see a scenario where it may come out, later down the road that Rock Rock advised Heyman to get Punk to help out because he knew Roman couldn't get it done. You know what I mean? On his own, basically. You know what I mean? Like how he's not wanting help. You know what I mean, from anyone. But as you can see, well, as he should see now, he always needed the help and being stubborn. And I think that's going to be like one of those situations would then turn around as far as like the potential Rock Roman build up, but to say like you see you were always hard headed. That's why you lost the title because you never understood that it takes a family to be able to stick together. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean something to that extent. How it's going to correlate to the new bloodline? That's the part that I just can't yet to put together. But I do see the new somehow I do see the new bloodline winning due to the fact that due to Roman's potential stubbornness could play a part in this match to where it'll cause them to lose. And yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I think that rock sighting could happen too. You know what I mean? Over in Vancouver. Like something it has that feeling like something big is going to happen at the conclusion of this match.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree that
Oh,
whatever.
I thought he froze.
I definitely agree. Whatever the ending of the show is going to be, it's going to be something that happens after the match and gets the fans talking. Because remember, this is one of the quote unquote core four pay per views, and you got to kind of. This kind of sets up the. I mean, even though Royal Rumble is technically the start of the WrestleMania season,
Right.
this kind of kicks off what we see building to the Rumble and to WrestleMania. What
Yes.
happens here kind of kickstarts that, and I think so. I think they need to make sure they nail something down here to get the fans coming back and caring about the Rumble and caring about what's WrestleMania season. So
Yeah, 100% agree. Because I think about it like how at the end of last year, and then we had that triumphant return of CM Punk. So now it's like Triple H, the powers that be behind the scenes, they got to be thinking, how can we top a pop like that?
yeah,
And it's one way you got called Dwayne.
I
You know what I
say,
mean?
I say, Dwayne is your like in case emergency break glass. He comes out, everybody loses their shit. Okay, we go home happy now.
Right.
Like
where was Rock Hogan?
That was in
it was in
Canada.
Toronto.
Toronto. Okay.
It was Toronto.
Actually, wasn't it Vancouver?
Was it? I thought it was Toronto. It might have been Vancouver.
For some reason,
WrestleMania is 17, was it, or 18?
for some reason, I feel like that might have been
You might be right. It might have been
Vancouver.
It
Vancouver.
was Toronto.
It was
Toronto,
Toronto.
right? I thought it
Okay,
was Toronto. I'm about to say.
you ain't know it. It's like no.
I say. As I say. I only remember because of like being Bret Hart. I know how much Bret Hart hated Hogan, but
Right.
the fans were giving Hogan such a pop, and I was like, I wonder how Bret Hart feels about this right now.
Nah, I got you. But yeah, no, it should be a interesting Survivor Series War Games event again tomorrow, Saturday, November 30th, 6 p.m., 3 p.m. Pacific time, streaming exclusively on Peacock. So those want to check it out, go ahead and what I mean, check that bad boy out. Are we doing post show or no?
Well,
Depending over there.
I will be at work, so I know I am not doing it.
I
Yeah,
got
I'll be at work too.
Okay. Yeah, this was curious to know. So gentlemen, we had an assignment, to close out this evening. You know what I mean? In light of the Survivor Series War Games event going on this weekend. Our assignment was to build our own War Games team. That you're prepared to go to battle for you. The context to our team were 4 males, one female, no limit to past or present. Like, who would you have as your five participants to go into the War Games match? So I'm pretty excited. I will go first if
Good.
anybody ready. Everybody got their list though. Everybody good.
Hey, I'm
Yep.
up here with it, baby. I've been ready.
All right, got you. So
I'm strapped in.
cut you in Homer. Madness.
Madness.
Saying
Let's
you
go.
any moment.
Joey's like, what?
Shout out to New Jersey Twerk Battle Rap. But so what going into creating my list, like I wanted to make sure that I have wrestlers, but I have wrestlers who have that dog evil mentality. No matter what they could do, like they're very universal in the ring, and they can bring it. Whether it's needing to hook up a nice suplex routine, but also carry a trash can later on sometime during the match. So going with my list. So leading off, my leader of the group, I gotta go with no other than Hall of Famer Nature Boy Ric Flair. He's very technical savvy. A lot of experience in the War Games cage. Not afraid to bleed.
That's a damn story.
I think we all know that part. He's already classified as the dirtiest player in the game. So like he gonna do whatever he got to do to be able to get that win for our team. So I go on to select my second person. My second person, this might be a wild card to some of y'all, but I have my reasons. My second person is actually going to be Braun Breaker, the current, Intercontinental Champion. He has great athleticism in the ring. He got that dog mentality. Like he not gonna be afraid to, to scrap with chairs, tables, ladders, trash cans, whatever it is. Like he gonna bring that. He might even do a moonsault to you on a trash can. So I got Braun Breaker, part of my squad. I should have told y'all to name y'all squads too, but I forgot. But
Lord,
now pick number 3. He's also a legend. Y'all probably gonna have him on y'all list too, but I gotta go with Cactus Jack. Cactus Jack. Really, bro? Like I gotta go with Mr. Hardcore, Mr. Mick Foley. Like I gotta go with Cactus because Cactus, he gonna scrap no matter what. He another one who ain't got no shame to bleed, who ain't got no shame to take, take dives for the team, to make sure they good. So my fourth and final male participant, now this is really gonna be a wild card. I'm going with Brock Lesnar. I need that, While I do got Braun, I need that other big, dominant male to be in that ring, just like wreak havoc. Like if he's like pick number 3 to have to go inside the cage, like he just gonna like toss everybody, So that way the rest of my crew can get themselves together so that we can get back on track, to continue to kick ass. So I'm going with Brock as my fourth male participant. Now, as far as female, I'm not gonna say I struggled, but I really had to like do my homework as far as making sure that I picked the most qualified female to be in this match with these group of gentlemen. And this woman who I selected, I know for a fact she ain't got no shame to scrap with the guys. She's also, been a person of being involved in extreme type of matches. I gotta go with another Hall of Famer Lita. She's gonna be my female, like again, like I said, she not afraid to what I mean to mix it up with the dudes, not afraid to take a dive off a cage or off a ladder, what I mean, going through a chair, I mean through a table or a chair, like either or. So I'm going with Lita. So that's my squad. Ric Flair, Nature Boy, woo, leading off the pack, followed by Braun Breaker, Cactus Jack, Brock Lesnar, and the woman of extreme, Lita. Chris, any
right.
thoughts? Any thoughts on my team?
Nah, it makes sense because that dives into what my criteria of thinking when I was picking my team. I said I want to have the star, who's the leader of the team, person who's just like the people that everybody is already sucked in because of that name. I wanted my dominant force person, a big beefy boy. Want to have my utility person who's just great all around in ring wrestler, but who can get dirty when it's time to get dirty. My high flyer, and then I'll have my lady at the end. Somebody who can be in that atmosphere and look like they belong.
All right, let it out. What you got?
All right. My first one, and there's a caveat, which is so interesting. You picked Ric Flair because my first person is probably his greatest rival, and that is the man known as Sting.
Okay.
My guy Sting, person who is well enamored with war games. Yeah. He's been in a bunch of them, so he knows what it's all about. He is the star. He is the guy. You hear that name, everybody comes. Man, he lets out. He's on top of the cage. He lets out his ow. Everybody goes crazy. My man Sting. He is my number one. He is my leader. And man, easy thing. Name of the team, the Stingers. Easy. There you go. What's name? Number 2, my utility guy who can wrestle, put on great matches, but also when it's time to get real, go hard, pause, got that dog in him. My number 2 guy, the Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle.
Ooh, good pick.
My guy.
Good pick.
That is a guy who's legit tough as it could be. Won the gold medal with a broken freaking neck, so I think he can handle war games. Number 3, my big beefy boy. Somebody who probably did not see coming, but I always feel like in war games, you should elevate a younger talent. And he's a beefy guy, my man, Oba Femi.
Oh, okay.
Let's get him in there.
You going real new school.
Let's get him in there. And show him that guy is a beast. Let's get him in there. What's that I say? I got Sting. I got Kurt Angle. I got Oba. Number 4, my high flyer, because you need your high flyer to hit those spots, to do some crazy stuff. I got, believe it or not, I got Ricochet. Okay. You need somebody to those high flyer spots to have people say, holy shit, that will be that guy. We've seen him do it in the past. He did that. Forget 450. He did a 680 on the Undisputed Era and everybody else that War Games match, NXT, whatever. Get Ricochet in there. You just need somebody to hit those high flying spots, and he will sell like crazy. If you want to be in that match, you need somebody to sell every single bump, kick, whatever object you use. He will do it. He would do it greatly. Get Ricochet in there. Show that man the respect he deserves. And last but not least, my lady, you pick Lita. She actually wasn't on my thought process. Okay. Tough girl. Not picking China. Tough girl. Respect. Rest in peace to that girl, China. Not picking Rhea. I am picking a throwback because she's crazy as hell. She's a great manager who's also a great wrestler. I'm picking Miss Rest in Power, to Sensational Sherry.
I knew you was gonna say
She would, without a doubt, thrive in that type of match. She will fight the men.
Yep.
She will beat up the women. She will love this stuff. That is my 5. You got the Stinger. You got the Olympic gold medalist. You got Oba. You got Ricochet. You got Sensational Sherry. There you go.
Interesting list. Interesting. Well, we have to put these lists together for everybody. Put the comparison. Send it out to the Twitter universe. Like, who got the best list?
That Oba and Brock Lesnar. Yes,
that would be wild.
Let's go.
That definitely be wild. What about Angle and Braun Breaker?
Let's go. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
That would be wild.
Let's go.
All right, Joey, what you got?
So right off the bat, you took 2 of my people. I had Lita and I had Mick Foley. So forgive you for that. But so typically, I did call it audible. So typically, when you look at War Games, the way it's structured is you usually most of the times get a tag team in there. Right. So I looked for a tag team, and I looked all across, tag teams that kind of brought the destruction, brought mayhem wherever they were. So I went with Road Warriors.
That was
Animal and Hawk. Yeah.
I was that close to picking them.
Yeah, so I just think they could bring some craziness to the cage. You talk about big bodies in that cage. I mean, 2 of the biggest bodies right there in tag team division's sake. So I went with the Road Warriors. Next, in terms of like your leader, we've seen him throw a man off the top of a cage. I'm going with the Undertaker.
Okay.
I think he could bring some destruction and mayhem to the ring. So I'm going to go with the Undertaker. So that's 3 because I have 2 tag teams. So my high flyer, obviously I wasn't going to do high flyer. I was just going to go with Mick Foley and, let the team speak for itself. But I wanted to go with a high flyer. I wanted to go to a little bit of an extreme high flyer. So I'm going with Sabu. I think he could bring some craziness to a War Games match. Maybe bring some barbed wire in there or something. Just go extreme. And, I had Lita, and she was obviously the perfect pick because we both had her. But you know what? Since you told us we couldn't pick her, fuck you, I'm picking her. I'm picking China.
I didn't say you can't pick her.
You want to take my picks? I'm picking China.
Hey, look, by all means.
So just to recap my teams, I have Hawk and Animal, Undertaker, Sabu, and China.
Nice. And just a caveat to show you we was on the same page, Joey. We was like on the same page. I said I was going to pick Road Warriors LOD, but I didn't pick them because I just wanted to go. I didn't want to pick the tag team. But when you said Sabu, like I got Ricochet in there, but before I picked Ricochet, I was honestly, what was going to be my pick? It was going to be New Jack. New Jack was.
See, the only reason why I didn't pick New Jack is because that man had no stamina. And War Games matches.
That's why I didn't pick him. I said he's going to be good for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then that's it. And he's like, once he hits somebody with a guitar and a couple other objects, that's it for him. So I need somebody who can, told you, sell.
Yeah.
High spots, last, go to the distance. So I say, you know what? Ricochet.
And plus, do you have his music playing the whole time during the War Games match?
Soon as Natural Born Killer's in, he's done.
He's done. Yeah. Once the song's over, he's done.
No, I'm with you. I was going to go New Jack as well. But when I was thinking about the ECW side, I was like Cactus Jack, New Jack, RVD, Sabu.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, I gotta go with the legend.
Yeah,
I said, gotta go with the legend.
Man.
But
listen, all great picks. There was no bad picks.
Yeah,
and if someone would have picked Sabu, I would want RVD. I was honestly back and forth between Sabu and RVD. I just figured,
that War Game Sabu makes more sense.
Yeah. Because I just think when shit breaks down, gets a little dirty, Sabu I think is a little more inclined to use the tables or use the barbed wire. I mean, not saying RVD wouldn't do it, but he was more technical. So I think Sabu was more of the get dirty type of guy. So that's probably what with Sabu.
And if you think about it, and being in ECW, how many times was Rob Van Dam actually busted open? Not that much.
Not many.
And if he was, it was probably like organically. There was no blading involved. He was busted open because he legitimately got busted open.
Yeah, Rob Van Dam did not like the bleed, so I feel him on that. Shout out to Rob Van Dam. He probably like, yeah, I ain't doing that. If I catch an elbow, so be it. But nah,
bro. Yeah, yesterday, right? So I'm getting ready to go to bed. I step on something like, what the fuck is that? I go on my foot. I got a tack in my foot.
Oh,
I'm like, that hurt immensely. I'm like, how are these dudes throwing each other on the thumbtacks and just fighting along? I was out of commission for 20 minutes. Like, shit, that hurt. These men are fighting.
Adrenaline is one hell of a endorphin.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that helps them keep going. Like
I'd have been like Mick Foley, like, I'm hardcore.
Yeah.
I'm hardcore.
I just say you got a tack in your foot. You're technically extreme now, Joey.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That too.
I'm hardcore. Crazy, but
Sandman probably was like, I got tax in me.
Oh, that was me. My bad.
It's like, all right, like this.
I like
take care
that.
of that.
Hey, great teams by everybody. Everybody had a solid team there. So we definitely going to have to list that on the Twitter as far as like everybody teams and get people to vote like who had the better team out of the group. Nah, that's cool.
You can tell who the marks are about who picked who.
The question would be who had the second best team, because we already know my team was the best. So
man, get out of here. Here you go.
Who had the second best?
Let's be real. If New Jack will last 5 minutes, the Road Warriors are definitely only lasted 5 minutes. Like, dude.
Well, that's why you put them in a little bit towards the end. Let them do their finisher, and that's all that people care about.
Come on, man. My boy Nature Boy hold records for being in the Royal Rumble the longest.
I'm only giving you Nature Boy if it's current Nature Boy.
No, hell no. Stop it.
Bro, could you imagine him at a fucking War Games right now?
He'd be like, woo, I'm tired.
I'd be like, I need EMTs on site at all times. Like, just keep an eye on Rick the whole time he's in there.
He'd be dead.
Let my boy be.
He damn near died his last match. Like, no more, Rick. You did all you could do, brother.
Dude, I got
give him some of that woo energy.
Look, my Rick gonna be early to mid '80s Ric Flair.
Yeah, I forget how long he's been doing this. I've been saying Ric Flair started in the '70s. Y'all. Yeah, he started in the '70s.
Yeah,
you could use the '70s Ric Flair and have him be the big body dude.
Right? Yeah, real talk. When he first started, that guy was.
Yeah.
It's like a plane crash for him to lose weight. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild, man.
Yeah, don't get no thoughts, Joey.
Nah.
Oh.
Hey. Oh.
Why was I about to say that to him? Like, maybe I gotta get into a plane crash.
No.
The views expressed by Joey Woods.
I say, just get up.
Stop.
Damn
it. Get that Ozempic.
Yeah, Ozempic. About to say, it's a lot easier ways to do it, bro.
But my doctor prescribed me that, right? I went to my insurance. Okay, he said, okay, you're covered, right? So I was like, oh, like, covered means like I ain't gotta pay anything. I went to the pharmacy. They said that'll be $1,200. You can put that back in the fridge. I'm not taking that.
Yo, it's crazy because it's a diabetic medication.
Yeah.
People just like, okay, I want to lose 20 pounds in 2 weeks. I'm like, geez, dude, like, once you stop, it comes rushing back.
Yeah. Well, I was on it before. We'll talk about it off air. I was on it before, and it just made me violently ill.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't know what side effects like these. Shout out to people who have to take it. I hope it's treating you guys well, working out for you. People who don't have to take it, just get in the gym a couple days a week. Like it's okay. Just try it. I ain't saying you gotta look like Randy Orton or anything. Just do better. Just do a little better. You see
All
that
right.
cake? Look the other way. Trust me, I have the same issue. I don't really like. Trust me, I see a cake. I be like, I want that cake. It's like you don't need it, but I want it. I don't care if I need it. I want that cake.
Well, all right.
I got gluten-free cake.
Hakeem was like, "All right, we're losing viewers left and right."
Gluten-free cake. Try gluten-free cake. People, it's actually pretty good. Try it.
And that was your Moyo Fit talk for this evening,
Hey,
brought to
try
you
that.
tonight by Moyo Fit.
That Celsius, baby. Get that Celsius, baby.
All right, gentlemen, let's wrap it up here. We are literally exactly at the 1 hour 30-minute mark. Damn, this show went by
Good.
fast than a
Good
mother.
for us.
Like, yeah, this went by super fast. So, but great show. We got Survivor Series going down tomorrow. We're definitely going to post our War Games teams that were just put together. Let us know who had the best War Games team.
Let them down gently, y'all. Let them down.
Yeah, what I mean. Go ahead and vote for me now, and don't send your cash app. don't send. Wink,
What?
like no. Trying to buy votes, Joey. It's like,
Shit, if you're sending cash out, I'll vote for you.
I should have put $1 Million Man on my team. It's like, no.
Right?
If you pick $1 Million Man, you gotta have Virgil.
Yeah, right.
$1 Million Man. That's your utility guy right there.
But he gonna be my special manager. Aside from myself,
There you go. You know what? Every war game, usually a lot of war games do typically have a manager outside. Like,
Hello, that's us.
yeah, I forgot we're the managers.
Yeah, we are the managers. So
I'm biased as hell. I'll be like, yo, Sting, just chill out for a minute. Like, don't even go in. Like, let's just take some pictures real quick.
he gonna be like, yo, can I go in yet? No, not yet.
No, yeah, they're fine. They're fine. Don't worry about it.
It's like it's your spot.
Right.
And they're like, nah, I'm
He
okay.
gonna be like, Chris, they in there getting their asses kicked.
I said, all right,
not
like,
This is what we rehearse.
right.
Yeah, one more selfie. Trust me, it's part of the script. Trust me.
It's like the Hornswoggle spot. You forgot to come out from underneath the ring.
Yeah.
I'm alright.
I'm gonna send fake NWO Sting in there. Like, don't worry, we got it.
Yeah, you want me to go through a flaming table? I'm alright.
Yeah, come on. Where's the fake Sting at? Go ahead, buddy. You get in there for a while.
Crazy. All right, man. We're getting on out of here. This was Still Steps. Powered by All Authentic Talk. Mr. Joey Woods. Mr. Moya Fit Chris Wilson. I am Politic and Hot. And we will holler at y'all next Friday. Till then, peace.